Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you would please type the number 1 in that chat box, in that comment section, let me know that you can. I would greatly appreciate it. Nothing is worse than talking to myself for about a half hour or so. Oh, I guess talking to myself for an hour or so would be worse, right? As you do that and as we get started, keep in mind everything we look at is for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. And if you like what you see, folks, make sure to follow along with the various platforms we've got out there, the various social platforms, Trading Like a Boss, to get all of the free content that we offer here. You'll find up there and so forth. All right, with that, there we go. Appreciate all the ones, and it's time to jump in. First thing I want to look at is we've got some news coming out today at 8:30. GDP is down a little bit. We'll see what it does to the market, but we've got GDP coming out 8:30, unemployment at 8:30. 9:30, you got Bullard speaking, which is one of the Fed members. And then at 1 o'clock, you got a Fed member speak as well. And that gas storage, I don't think we're going to see much change there. It is a yellow report. So nothing is crazy that we're looking at for reports today, but there are some that could affect us. And GDP did. So look at the candle right now. Let's go take a look at what's going on in our index, in our pre-market. So as the world turns, baby, we have been down since overnight. You can see where we opened up. We put it in double top, although some will not call it double top. They're just wrong. It's a triple top. No, it's not, Rob. They're wrong. Yeah, okay. Well, that did what I wanted to do. So you can call it an upside down Flint rubber bubble cake if it makes you happy. I know the pattern. I know what I'm looking for, and I know how to trade it, right? So great move to the downside last night. Now, I wasn't trading this at 12:30, but I just comment about it, right? We've had a little bit of a climb back out of it since 4 a.m., and we had that big bar down here, and now we've duplicated that bar almost to the exact location. Whoa, not anymore exact location. That sucker's rocking to the down, baby. All right, so we look at the ES, we're down 45. The Dow is down 294. The NASDAQ's down 184. We just turned to a sea of red on the announcements. We're looking at Bitcoin is down 275. Ethereum is down $6, not a whole lot. Gold's down 11, and crude is at $82 right now. All right, let's go take a look at the trades from yesterday. At this point is where I'm going to ask you to drop in your trades. What did you do? Did you take any of the trades that we talked about in here yesterday? If you did, let me know. Did you take any of them on your own? That's awesome. Were they funded, not funded? I don't care. Did you make money, break even, lose money? Don't care. The idea about this is you're putting out there the trades that you've done. You're documenting what you've done. You're showing the world that you're actually doing it. Go ahead and put it out there, just as I'm going to share. Good, bad, and different. If I did it, I shared it. All right? And I put a couple of them out on top of this on some of our social platforms yesterday. So I'm not going to talk about those, but you need to check those social platforms out, folks. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We publish them all the time. All right. So let's go to today's the candidates from yesterday. So first off, let me move that one out of the way. We had LLY. Lily got an upgrade. Now, Biogen, I told you, was too big of a move to probably get anything, and it moved below that level. Even the secondary level I talked about. There was fear of that all along with the 100-point move on Biogen. Lily got an upgrade yesterday. So we looked at a bull put spread below 325. So on Lily, we did the 325, 322 half, got $1.60 credit. We're able to get out at 25 cents. All right, so not too bad. That's $1.35 on a 250 spread. It's just about 50% on that trade. So that was a great one. Next was Ulta, ULTA, Top Value Cosmetics for Ulta. Right, I had down bull put spread below 395, 395, 390, $1.20 credit, exit of 50 cents. So that was about 70 cents. Bigger width, there was a $5 width, and 50 cents was our total profit in there. So not too shabby still. And then if we look at the SPY, why not? All right, let's go over to SPY on pivots yesterday, and right about 11:25. Where was that on my lines have reset. So right about 11:25 yesterday. Nope, my bad. 10:40. Yeah, we've reset already, so our lines are off. So I took trade yesterday. We got $1 on the first half of the trade, 205 on the second half of the trade. I don't know why my lines have moved. We don't normally get that first thing in the morning. So TradeStation's been very whack lately. All right, but overall good trade setup. Go check out the other trades that we did yesterday, folks. We popped a couple of them out on our social platforms. We did well. We did really well. So let's see. Apple non-funded one contract, $362. Great job, Erica. Great job. All right. So hey, Chico, I'm not really sure what you mean. I think that might be a technical question. That might be a Sean thing. Why 720 not 1080p? That might be a Sean question, not me. Can't really help with that. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at today's candidates. I have built a watch list out for us on Omega charts. So let's go take a look at that. Apple was one of the candidates yesterday that we traded. Worked out very well. Right now, Apple has news on them today. Of course, I didn't write it down on this page. That was a very poor choice, Rob. They got a downgrade from Bank of America. Now, another smaller firm upgraded them and said they should 25% increase from here. But Apple right now is down 381. So guess who the market's listening to? It ain't the little guy. It's Bank of America, right? So we're going to look at a bear call spread. So where are we? We're at 146.14. Let me get my crosshair back in here. So we're just above this line, 47 halves. So it's called 47.52 is 5. All right, we don't need a fib in there. So we're going to look at a bear call spread above 153 or long puts. Now that's for me because I trade Apple regularly. If you don't trade them regularly, the news trade is to do a credit spread on it, right? For me. They do have, so when we get above the 53, we got to go to 55, 57 half. There's a 52 half, but you can do the 52 half if you want to. If you're in a buying price-wise, you can do 52 and a half. We're okay. All right, so there's Apple. Biogen is not on our list for news today, but they are down $6.31. So I put them on my list today. Why? Well, let me just get an option chain on it. Okay, so they're down at 270 right now. Let me scrunch this down. All right, my fibs disappeared. I don't know why. All right, let's go ahead and bring it out, out. All right, so we got to actually go out. We have to actually go out and look at the previous fibs. And 281.40, right? So we ran right into that level yesterday and failed, okay? So we're going to look at a bear call spread above 281. All right, and we've had a good move today so far. We've had a big move. So above 281 gives us 285, but we've already moved $5, so we're here. So we're probably looking at about 80 or 90 cents, give or take, excuse me, on a $5 spread with only 2 days left in the market, right? So I'm looking at Biogen as a potential for us today for a spread. Let me fix my option chain because it got wacky on me. All right, so bear call spread above 281 for solar. All right, First Solar. Let's see. So First Solar got an upgrade. Right now, they're up 42 cents. Not surprised after what was seen in the market today. Right, if we look First Solar, right, they were up a lot more. They were up to 130. We'll call it 139 right now. It's at 136 and a half. So they were up $2.50 more an hour ago than from where we are now. So not surprising. I would be cautious on this one, period, because of the market. But if excuse me, if you're going to try to trade this with a bullish setup, because it did get an upgrade, we're going to look at a bull put spread. Excuse me. Bull put spread below 131. And I'm going to put an A next to it for aggressive. meaning I'm going to take less contracts. All right, next, KMX is our next one. KMX was earnings, right? They are a monthly only candidate, but they're up $14 today. $14, $14.67. I mean, down, not up. Sorry, down $14. To 71 3/4. One of the bigger movers right here is KMX. Okay, so it's at 71 and jingle. Let's go ahead and scrunch this down. So we're right above that 70.49. We're going to look at a bear call spread above 78. All right, guys, this is our third candidate. Sean's already dropped it in there. Hopefully you're watching the chat. There's only 3 left, meaning, including this one. So this is the time for you to drop in the candidates that you want me to take a look at. This show goes as long as it needs to go. Answering questions, looking at candidates, not a problem. But they're your candidates, right? This is your last chance for someone to take a look at this, me, a professional trader, before we go to the open of the market. Let me give you some insights on what's going on. All right, so next is MTN. MTN is up $8.71. Also a monthly only option on MTN. Let's go ahead and do the snappity snap of the fibs. Pull that puppy out. Let's go to F5. Hit escape. Hit F11. Okay. We move about $15 a day. We need to split this level in half without a doubt. We need to add a negative 136 and a 118. Both of those are inserted. Still a little bit big in there. So we're going to look, we're up to the upside. So what do we need? So let's get these. That would be around the negative 136. We're going to look at a negative 136. So we need the 68 and the 204. All right. So what we've done in essence is we had to split it again. Now the distance is 211 to 221. It still gives me $10, but we're at 15. So we're good. We don't need to split again. So if we're sitting right now at 219, we're all the way up here, right? All the way up here at our fib level, the upper fib level. So we're going to look at a bull put spread below 211. All right. And last, but certainly not least, is Nike, right? They had earnings come out. Not so good for Nike today. All right, let's do that. We get a better picture of it. Right now, Nike's at 97, just over 97. So we're still above that 95.71 level. Because we're only down $1.50. So we're going to look at a bear call spread above 101. If we go and look at Nike, right, and this is the stuff I look for, folks. I mean, I gave you a lot of candidates. You've got to choose which ones, if any, fit your risk profile, and those would be the ones you would focus on. Is the pattern right? Is the price right? Is the bid-ask spread? Is there enough open interest? Do you care? Right? It's a selling strategy as a credit spread, so I don't care. Right? But you have to decide which one you're going to do. Right? What I look for are things like this. Yes, even though I don't need open interest, I like to see somewhere on the chart, on the option chain, that we have some open interest. So we've got a bear call spread above 101. Now we've moved $1.50. So we would go ahead and we would sell the 101s right here. And we're going to buy the 102s right there. If we just change this over to one contract, you got 40 cents at the mid price, 26 cents naturally. I always go for the mid whenever possible, right? And that would be the trade setup I'm looking for. Now, you may not get as much for it. You might not get the 40 cents right now on mid price. You might only get 30 cents because we've moved $1.50. I'll take it. Earnings are out, right? So we don't have a lot of reason to still stay up high on our prices, right? But that's the setup we're looking at for our candidates, all right? For any of these trades that we do here. All right, excellent. Let's see what we've got here. All right, Paul said, what was it on First Solar? So it was, what was First Solar? They got an upgrade. It was a bull put spread below 131 and aggressive, which means less contracts, Paul. If you normally trade one, then still trade one because you can't trade a half yet. If you trade two, I would only trade one. If you trade 10, I would only trade 3 or 4, right? Trade less because we're fighting the overall market condition. I mean, First Solar is held. It's still up 42 cents, but it's not news driving it anymore. It's the market saying, we'll show you, watch. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of that. Let me hide that. My option chain looks so much and much more better. All right, I hope that helps, Paul. Let me know down below. All right. Let's see. All right. So Chica, actually, Erica first had Apple in there, long put above 153. Let's see what we're looking at there, Erica. We had Apple on our list. So the 153, yeah. So in an ideal world, we move up to that 153 and fail, right? You could definitely that's where we're going to be looking at. You got to be. So if we look at here, if we grab Apple, Erica, let's see. We got a few minutes. Let's do that. Let's do it, baby. So if we grab Apple right now and we look, I can't really get it all on the screen together. All right, so give me a sec here. So we're sitting right now at 149.84, right? So what am I looking for? I'm not looking at where it fits. I'm looking at what, and we're looking at puts. So the other side of the screen. Maybe we can. Yeah, since it's puts, we can drag it over here. Okay, good. So we can't see the whole thing. So we've got a 155, which it's got a 1 delta. We're pre-market. Everything is 1. Right from the 149s, so which they're not really 1, they're not all 1, but it's end of week. The Black-Scholes model does not do a good job of pricing options very close to expiration. Never has, never will. Not at the current model, right? There's too many ways that numbers can flip inside of it. So anything that gets you above that 65 to 85 delta is fine. When you're getting into day trades, a 1 delta when you're going to pay $1.25 for it is not a horrible thing, right? So above that 153, if that's what you're looking at 155s. You've got a lot of open interest there. You might want to consider the 150 puts. Again, unless you were just referencing what I said, Erica, then it was a bear call spread above 153. Maybe that's what it was. Not a long put. I see what you did. Okay. Yep. So bear call spread above 153. As far as the puts go, if I were buying long puts, this was or. If I were buying long puts, it's that 65 to 85 delta, closest to 65 normally, but with only 2 days left in this being Apple, I have no problem going to an 85 delta and just getting a bigger move for a very short-term period of time. You're welcome, Erica. Chico's asking for GOOG. So, Chico, I'll put up Google. Let me know if this is okay for you. If not, I'll bring GOOG into the picture. I don't trade GOOG as an entity. I trade the L shares because of the way they have voting rights, has a little more activity on it, and for me anyway, and so forth. So if we look at Google, and again, I could put in GOOG if that's the one you'd rather see. Very similar patterns to them, just slightly price difference. So right now, Google got a good pop yesterday, and I was looking at it going, oh, is this the place to buy in? Is this the place to enter? Is this the first place to take my trade? And Google's down $1.20 again today. Okay, so there we go, right back down again. And we were in a true bearish bias. So, and where we ran into, Chico, on Google yesterday, let me just bring this in a little bit so it's easier to see. So there's a pink line there, 8 moving average. We bumped our head on it. There's a blue box there, which is the 100 level, and basically that 101 level, which is the fib line. So we've got 3 resistances all within that very tight range of 100 and 101. So there's added strength there. It's like we got a sheetrock ceiling, and we put in a second piece of sheetrock, and to certainly make sure it didn't break, we put a piece of plywood underneath it as well, right? We made it harder to get through that ceiling. And that's what's happening right there is it's a little harder to get through the ceiling. With us being down right now, I like the bear call spread above 100 on this. And actually, I'm going to write this down. Google above 100, right? So bear call spread above 100 on Google. What does that give me? Bear call spread. And we're going to move a little bit, so this won't be exact, of course. 100, 101. Talking about 39 and 8 is 48 cents. 47 cents, right? 44, call it 45. It's about 45 cents. If we moved $1 away, it wasn't 100, 101, 102, 58, 68, 70, 88, 35 cents. Listen, 35 cents on $1 spread, that means I'm getting 35% up front. I like this a lot. All right. So, yes, it is. You're welcome, Chico. It is a psychological level because of what's going on. You know, guys, and my team doesn't know this yet, but I'm going to talk with them in a little while. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday that we're going to start doing business with. And the guy has been around the block for a very, very, very long time. Not in trading, in some other things. And I mentioned, he said, I love what you guys are doing. I want to help you do this, that, and the other thing. And I mentioned Fibonacci. He goes, brother, we're speaking the same language. And I said, people look at this and say, Rob, I'm looking, and there ain't no reason the stock should ever have stopped here. Ever have stopped here. But look, they're looking back 6 months, a year, 2 years. There's nothing there. And then we draw Fibonacci on and go, oh my God, that's why it stopped there. Because there's a freaking line there that I don't see. Chico, when we call it psychological, you're right, it is. But from psychological, from a standpoint of, you know it's there, you just don't see it. Your brain knows it's there. And it's no different when you look at fibs. It's no different than you look at a piece of art and go, ooh, that person needs some art lessons, right? Or you look at another piece of art, the Mona Lisa, and go, wow, that is beautiful, right? Or a house. You're walking by a house, you go, I can't tell what it is, but something's off. Something's not right on that house, right? Or someone builds a table, right? It's 3 inches tall, 11 feet long, and 8 inches wide. Yeah, not very functional. Doesn't look very good either, right? So psychologically, mentally, emotionally, we see things and just don't know it's there, right? The thing is, and Chico, and for all of you, if any of you have been around me for a while, you know that this stuff works. If you've seen it enough times, you know that it works. Chico, one of our programs, Power Option Plays, we trade purely technical off of 20 stocks. We're up in our non-funded account. We're up over $1 million this year on about 300 trades. We have a 77 or 78% win rate. I forget exactly what it is. It changes, every week, every month. But we're right about that high 70% win rate on our trades. So I know from an emotional, from a financial, from a structural standpoint that I could take that trade and be confident that, yes, 25% of them ish are going to go against me. 1 out of 4 will go against me, right? Without a doubt, they will go against me. The nice thing is here, I've got a good psychological, a good insight into the human psyche of where and when and how things work. Tonight I'm teaching monster market moves. I'm going to announce this in tonight's class. Coming up at one of our classes, probably the January one, we're going to go ahead and do our pattern of the month that we're going to teach. Is not going to be a pattern. It's going to be all patterns. I'm going to teach every fib pattern that we trade in there. I'm going to teach every one of them in that class. And we're going to break them out individually and save them as the actual trainings for each of those trade setups inside of there. Right? But guys, if you want and don't want to wait until January to learn this stuff, right? Go over to tradinglikeaboss.com. Oh, let's see. So Sean got protect, preserve, and win in uncertain times up there. That's a brand new training that Dale Zamzo is doing, right? And register for that, guys. You want to know how Dale's going to do this? He's going to show you that even when the market goes down, he can guarantee you don't lose money. How many people can tell you guaranteeing this market? They can't. Dale can, right? Come check out what he's going to do. Here, though, Fibonacci, today's power indicator. That's what you want to pick up that I'm referring to today. It's a free training. Go ahead and grab it. Drop in your email. We'll send you the link, and you'll be able to go watch it as often as you want. Again, it's free. It's out there. Chico, you're quite welcome. Did I miss anything else? No? Awesome. All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. Take care, everybody. I will see you all on our next update. All right. Bye for now.